All right, we are back playing some Sunless Sea. This is Lore Keeper of the LaughingLich Corporation, and it has been a while. And as is the case with pretty much every time you put this game down for more than 24 hours and come back to it, I have to spend some time trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing. Curated some sharpness. Still got some treatments left to do. Suppose we could just pick up and go. I don't think we're currently carrying the lost child anymore. I think I completed that arc the last time we played. Learning about a bunch of people. I think I was on the way to figure out one of my officer upgrades, because once you get through their main storylines, they offer some really good upgrades to your ship, which some of those are required to appease some of the big bads around here. So I think we're nowhere there yet. Okay. Alright, well, let's go to our officers, see who else we got. Another cook. Got here pretty recently, so we gotta need to get strange catch, which we have. Mutter salt, which we need, and some supply. Can we get mutter salt here at Fallen London? No. Okay. This guy wants to make some big guns, but that is not available just yet. Could go for the Clattery Heart in Khan's Shadow. So I need to get Z's attention in order to talk to her, it looks like. Revelatory chart for the distracted cartographer. I can say words. Alright, see. I have solace fruit. I need mutter salt, so I need 2 mutter salt, another strange catch, and a docile blemigan. I think you are, yeah, you're extraordinary already, buddy. So we completed his. Eight hearts, 8 iron, minus 2 mirrors. I think we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. So, let's just look around London here. Did we get looks like we did get our news already. We could go visit the study. I don't think we have anything to do in here. I am also just sitting in voice chat on our Discord. If anybody is part of our Discord and would like to join, chat about anything. See, I do need to repair my hull. Okay, we're starting to get back into it. Let's go to dry dock. Change some of this for fuel. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Boom. Hull is upgraded. We have fuel, we have supplies. Some foxfire candles. Let's see, our cargo's pretty full though. A bunch of solace fruit. I'm sure that's for something that, of course, like I said, this game is not forgiving if you haven't been playing it continuously. We have a full crew, so I don't think this is, yeah, not viable. He wants smut, I think. Romantic literature, and bolts of space. So he's a pervert. Got it. Good. Okay. Obtain an eyeless skull from a forgetful archaeologist. I think I did this once. I think it gives me like minus a bunch of shit for doing it. Okay, well let's get to it. Let's fucking fly. Figure out what's going on out here in the real world of Warcraft. I know I need to head to Khan's Shadow for the Clattery Heart, so let's do that. Cache of curiosities, a stout crate. Couple more fuel, alright, well. It's not all for naught. Stupid bats. What's my tear at? Don't really need the supplies, so let's go ahead and reduce the tear. Here the wilder air mingles with the airs of the near reaches. Demio's Gate, named for a navigator lost above, powdered his bones come below. the funging station or funging station. If you know words. Alright, get our port report. Obvi. Let's see. Tea with the fact. Oh, this is something with the bandage poisoner, so let's do that. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. Oh, I like that, sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores, the scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew, but the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the Gant Pole, where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principles of coral, the infestation at Feather Haven. He also has a load of Belogus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff I fear that I might get transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat rather a lot first. A little less terror, one extra supply, fragments. I guess it didn't do anything for our fucking bandage poisoner, but whatever. Big Nook is underwater. Ooh, sexy. Sexy as a starlight. Alright, let's see here. I don't remember if this is the place that requires me to, like, give of myself in order to be here. So let's take a look. Worst case scenario, we game over and start anew, which isn't, you know, too bad. So, check the diamond suit, in excellent condition. I cannot even go back. I need a cask of mushroom rind to even get in here, so. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can buy some cheap fuel here. Buy Stygian ivory pretty cheap here, too. That's good to know. Not a whole lot of point in heading to Ninchio, because I believe all that's left to do there is to venture further down into the basement, which I think I've done at least once before. But that does require Foxfire or High Mirrors, which I don't have really high mirrors. What I do have is a husky sniffing at the ground. Hey, baby girl. Come here. Come on. We're going to get you on the camera one day. Little leisurely. Why do I not see my oxygen meter anymore? That's bizarre. Lights glance past the windows. Another submarine? Ooh, recurring nightmare watched. The sea is bright as milk. False stars above are black on pitchy bed. Something is watching you. Its gaze unfolds your boat. You are transparent as glass. Let's see here. Hearts gives me a 100% on either way. Reduce the nightmare strength. If it reaches 0, it'll fade entirely. Increases the nightmare strength. If it reaches 5, it'll confront the nightmare. This is dangerous, but you might win a secret. Fuck it. Let's go deeper into the nightmare. Beneath you, the eye grows wider. The water begins to warm to steam. Remove your garments. It may soon be time to swim. Alright, gain a tail terror. 2 terror. Lost a restful night. Alright, it's a mirrors challenge. So, let's see if we can up our chances here. Plus, let's see, what do we got right now? Minus 4 mirrors, so definitely switch to the lem again. Plus 6 mirrors for first officer here. Yep, let's switch that out. Hooks don't help me at all. Okay, alright, well. Let's see, can I increase my mirrors at all? I think so. I have 6 secrets. Let's just do one. Let's see how that goes. 52%, a little slightly better than 50-50. Let's flip the coin. Failed. The shipwrights are watching you. Everyone here seems unduly fascinated by your presence. You have only walked a quarter of the docks when the clattery air takes your elbow. The light is too dim. Can't be certain of the shapes of the holes. She might be here without me seeing her. From the deck of the closest ship, someone spits something at your feet. It's actually... what is that? Chunk of tongue, the clattery says, giving it a poke with the toe of her boot. They say they don't care to speak with us. Let's go. Okay. Sure. And if we can just keep trying, keep flipping that coin, just gain some little terrors here and there. Have a one-eyed scrimshander carve something into your hunting trophy for a watch curio. I have 8 trophies. Why not? Alright, let's try it again. Failed again. Maybe just 52. There we go. A memory of a memory. The clattery air walks the dock, watching the holes in the outlines of the ship. She moves slowly so that she doesn't look too eager. We probably won't find her here, the air says. I don't expect to. I don't believe in clinging to specific hopes and expectations of that kind. It's just the sort of obsession that ruins lives. Just the kind of thing I'm always having to repair. You don't find the ship, though you walk the docks 3 times over. Doesn't matter, says the clattery air. I don't mind, but surely there is more that you can... there is more you can do. Okay, let's see. Ask about the clattery air. Yeah, let's do that. She made the other ships restless, said as a Kangian shipwright. In the end, we had to repair her enough to let her go on. She turned north with the last of the crew that still lived on her, but she sailed too close by Frostbound, and the ice swallowed her. At least that's the story that has come back to us. Okay, we're going to Frostbound. Let's see here. Can buy Stygian Ivory. Buy a couple fuel. Don't think they have anything else I want, so let's head on out. Try me, Kangi, and see what happens. Looks like they want some. Just remember, bitch, you... Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they kind of started it. Firkin of honey. Accidentally hit repair. You know, I don't like the idea of, like, a firkin of prisoner's honey. Like, ooh, what are they making the honey out of? +1 supplies. Well, there goes the one I accidentally repaired the ship. Oh, I hate these things. Yeah, I could take on one of those guys, but two of them would do a lot of damage. That guy did like 27 whole damage with that one. God. Guess I'm gonna have to try and buy fuel at near him, because I've forgotten this playthrough how far away fucking Mount Palmerston is from Frostbound. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I guess this game just doesn't want me to stop anywhere today. I don't think I've ever even fought the Tree of Ages. It's got like 900 HP. Not everything in the Z is meant to be conquered. Just gonna skip over that side. Let's see, does the Wreck of the Nocturne, I think, also requires Foxfire candles. Yeah, I have 2. I don't know how far I can get in here, but... The fate of the Nocturne is well known and proven by the webs stretching across its battered hull. Aside from those and a few signs of struggle, the contents is mostly undisturbed. After all, what use have the masters of Savior's rocks for trinkets, baubles, gold, and gems? If the crew and passengers were lucky, they merely became lunch. If not, you've heard stories, the kind of Z stories saved for campfires or distant shores and cold nights when the rigging creaks. Of the Tree of Ages, a harbinger of doom crewed by sorrow spiders. What happened to the lovers who found Storm's broken heart in a sandalwood box? The suicide songs of mere superstitious nonsense, of course. Of course, even so, it remains a relief when the candle finally melts and it's time to leave this place to the waves of rock. Okay, waste of a foxfire candle for some lore, but I need dark drop coffee beans to get in. I'm gonna report at the very least here. Will they let me buy? No fuel. Ooh, it's gonna be a. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's about to be a rough ride home, but we got it. We got it. We're good. I think I needed an extra one of those. Need another strange catch and mutter something. Alright. We'll try some submarining from here to Frostbound since it's a pretty long and boring journey. Got a ping somewhere over here. Sounded a little far off. We got the undergrowth. Could stop for some air. Oh, that is not terrain. Ooh, free supply. A deep, well-lit cavern, thick with fungal smoke and cave moths. Far above, a lighthouse fire burns, the scent of its curiosity medicinal. The scent of it is curiously medicinal. It clouds your head and burns your lungs. Farther into the fog, you can make out labored breathing. Obviously gonna assemble a port report. Here at last, the fog voice croaks. Come closer. The incomparable Aurelian rolls his eyes, but advances nonetheless. Okay, apparently I had a dude with me that needed to go here, so huzzah. Your passenger gazes impassively at the bulbous figure, whispering quietly. As the fog parts, you can make out milky eyes and a toothless grimace. No tomb colonist ever looked as ancient or unwell as the almost dead man before you. Gray, bloated, and nearly embalmed by the fungal smoke, it's difficult to tell where his skin ends and the stone bed beneath him begins. His breath is shallow, but his bare chest heaves to a different rhythm. A shape crawls beneath his skin, but disappears as the man lets out a gassy sigh. Allow me to introduce you, you magnificent bastard. The incomparable Aurelian says, slipping you a modest payment. This is Lorenzo, my erstwhile mentor and host to the Most Moth. Let's see what he's want. Z story? I got only one. Might as well give him a story. Though the Aurelian goggles at your tail, his mentor only gives a grizzled nod. Not bad, he allows. Saw a thing or two myself in my youth. The desert of eyes, the listening desert, the desert of delights. Nida on the mountainside, with her domes of basalt and porphyry. Got an Undercrow Dying Grace. Getting Intriguing Snippet. Some Memory of Distant Shores. Alright. Entertain the Dying Man's Last Request. Or speak. Let's do the Dying Man's Request. Mortality has a way of finding us in the end. The almost dead man wheezes to himself, dislodging a cloud of cave moths. The incomparable Aurelian spares them only a disappointing glance. I must set my affairs in order. I owe that to my successor. He waves a withered hand feebly. It's not clear whether the gesture suggests the companion at his bedside or the one nestled within his ribs. So, you magnificent bastard, would you help an old man say farewells? Here. Alright. Go to Hideaway and deliver a letter. I can do that. That's easy enough. Probably end up there anyway. Let's speak with the incomparable Aurelian. When my master retired here, we both thought it would be his last destination. The Aurelian's eyes take the sheen of a patient man approaching a long-delayed payoff. No one has been present at the most moths hatching before. Well, no one who was in condition to remember it afterwards. He spares a hesitant glance over his shoulder at the almost dead man. Of course, being by my master's side during his final days is a necessary part of the process. Same difference. Okay. Well. Should I read it? No, it's only 48%. Okay, I guess that's all I can do here. Thanks for the O2. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Jeebus. She's a base. Polyps of a radiant light. I'm not gonna read his letter. It's a federal crime. Missed the turn. Excuse me, I had to let out some gas. Oh, gotta go bone the clatter here. Give me a second. Let's just go do that. Drop some tear. Gotta make a new clatter here, if you know what I mean. Alright. Oh, that's pretty good. 100% chance. Clattery air leans over the deck rail. There, in the ice. Searchlight catches what might be a hole, or might be a very large gizzard. Clattery air presents herself on deck. She carries a bag full of sharp blades and serrated blades, short, strong blades, toothed blades like saws, long-handled shears, knives whose edges are invisible. She's ready to cut with glass or with diamond or with fire as required. It's shocked, she says, and numb. We'll need a cure. I got good hearts too, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? The clattery air builds a fire. She whistles an infuriatingly popular tune. She massages the whole flesh with brandy and piles otter pelts over its raw, frostbitten flanks. She speaks to it in its native tongue of the first city, a language cluttered with velar stops. In the 5th hour of these rituals, the heart begins to thrum again. It wants to be free of the ice. It wants to move. It wants to swim. South, says the air. Wait for us in Port Carnelian. It isn't safe to change ships here. The heart beats twice before taking a new heading. Okay. Alright, gotta come with some agreement with the air. Well, let's get our port report. Cannot enter Frostbound if the terror is greater than 20. You should not enter Frostbound without a good reason. I don't have a good reason, so let's take tea. And we'll get our... Oh, no port report, huh? Okie dokie. Am I supposed to take this again? Hide. That ist sein Hideaway. I know I've found it, but maybe it could be under one of these dark spots that I haven't fully completed yet. Oh, bother. Hell hath no fury like a Deathuli's rage. We get a port report from the Chapel of Lights. Let's get all our area port reports while we make our way back to Fallen London. Via Palmerston, where we can get cheap fuel. If our game doesn't... Oh, it's that ding-dang pause button. I have a heavy thumb. Alright, we're not going to become cannibals this turn, I don't believe. Just gather our intelligence and head the fuck. Leave the cannibals to their fate. Why I oughta. That's gonna be a hard... Tell James Cameron to fuck right off. This ain't Titanic 2. Alright, alright. Let's get a porter hold. Alright, explore the island. Souls, my friend. A masked figure entreats you. Souls, do you have souls? I missed them, Zol. Let me pay you for them. No souls today. Sorry, buddy. I gave it the office. She wants Parabol Linen. 5 to engage her. Oh, there's an other ship that's here. I need to get a star shell somehow. Huh. Okay, good. Alright. I think you can only get a star shell from very specific things in this game. They're very rare. Oh, I was hoping some of the D&D crew would jump on and chat, but I guess it's just you and me tonight, everyone. And I do mean everyone. Alright, let's grab our porter port. Let's see here. I can get the profane parrot, offering shivering monkeys a lamentable relic for unread logs. Bribe a drooping watchman with prisoner's honey. Yeah, might as well. We got the honey with us. Let's see what happens. There's one place on the island where you're not permitted to walk. A gated stairway hidden behind the chapel. leading down into the dark. A tired guard bars the way, but you recognize his desperate hunger in his eye. As your silent offering, a tear wells up in the watchman's eye. He snatches the firkin and ambly steps away. A solid blow snaps the gate's ancient lock. The stairs curve down below into the chapel, into a cramped, unlit tunnel. You'll need a source of light to go any further. I do have one final foxfire candle. Candles will light your way through the cave beneath the chapel. It looks like to be only a short walk, but you'll leave the crate here in case you need to make multiple trips. No one's watching as you descend into the dark, but then, what would anyone here do if they were? Call for help? You leave the crate of candles at the foot of the stairs and march on, light held high. Your candle dispels the darkness, but not the silence. The walls drip, the airs thrum. You shouldn't be here. Unexpectedly, you come across a puzzle. A wooden sign, rotting from the damp, has been painstakingly nailed into the wall. It reads, "Turn left." For a short distance, your pace slows, and you half expect some deadly mechanism to swing down from the walls, but nothing hinders your progress. Soon, a second set of curving stairs leads you into another corridor. So you come across another sign. It reads, "Give wine." Don't have any wine to give you, so... Slightly concerned, you keep walking. Another staircase brings you down. The runes have developed into deep, frantic gouges in the stone, bubbling with briny liquid. Drops from the ceiling threaten to put out your candle. The floor squelches underfoot. Something gnaws at the edge of hearing, muted by the water's flow. You scan the walls for another sign, but almost trip over it instead, the wood having long ago rotted away from the nails. The text is barely legible, but you manage to discern. Something eye, right? Something stone's eye, maybe? There is no eyes to... you imagine. Shrugging off the instruction of war warning, you keep up the march to the next staircase. Whatever purpose these messages were meant to serve, like everything on this island, they're fractions of the whole, solutions without a puzzle, answers without a question. One last staircase drops you into a drowned tunnel, dark water rising halfway up to your knees. To your relief, this one quickly ends at an ancient metal door, barred from the outside. From the far side you can hear singing? Piercing notes sink into your ears like hooks, drawing you forward, even pressing your ear against the door. You can't quite make out the words. Come this far, might as well take a peek. The moment that the bar comes off the door, the singing stops. Undeterred, you twist the handle and pull all of your might, having to brace one foot against the wall to brace against the combined weight of the door and the water. It takes a minute of undignified straining, but you're able to tug the portal open enough to slip through. The chamber beyond is small and round, every exposed surface covered with red glowing runes. Shackled against the right wall, and waist deep in brine is a woman. Her hair long, her clothes ragged, her skin is so warped and ashen that at first you take her for a drownie, a notion that is instantly dispelled when she looks in your direction. Her cold, jagged smile is all the impetus you need to withdraw and hurriedly slide the door shut. You've discovered the shackled Zyren. Okay. Let's see, I could give up a crew member to see what happens. Another coin toss to see if we can try and slay her. Let's see what happens. One of your crew volunteers to enter the chamber. He wastes no time in locking the soul inside. Better his than you, eh? Within minutes, your sailor begins pounding on the door, screaming over the Zyron's haunting tunes. He comes out babbling about lorn flukes, bats, the unwelt dynasty, something about silver. Even when calmed by the Z air and gulps of ale, he can't quite put together what exactly it was that the Zyron told him. Something more formidable may be needed to withstand the Zyron song and repeat her words. Huh. Something more formidable. Are we talking like one of the monster hunters that you can acquire here? Or are we talking like one of the crew that I don't have yet? Okay, well. Alright, we'll gather our intelligence. There's not a whole lot to do on with. At the second corner of the final map. Okay, that is something that this guy wants to do. I require wakeful idols, which I have. And stitching ivory, which I guess I don't have on me. Maybe can search for her mother when Wither is something, but apparently not right now. Take a riddle. Not upgrade pages. We'll just do the normal one. Okay, I don't know why. I mean, maybe I've already searched for her here. That's possible. Lifeberg Central up here. God damn, another Lifeberg, for fucking sake. And those bitches turned on a dime, too. I think they do like 50 damage with their ram. Alright. Alright, we'll see. Lure the ancient captains to Rack. Oh, right. I do remember. Rack needs people. Gather our gossip. Send some weary ancient peoples to Rack. And let's explore. Nothing interesting. Just dropped a little terror. Curator. I don't have anything for. Let's do this whole huge quest. I don't think I've ever completed that quest because it just takes so long. What this game really needs, if they can't employ any kind of like proper journaling system where it gives you your quests like straight up and lets you know where you're at, it would be lovely if just every page had an option to add a user note to it. Um, like if you could just, if you had a little note tab that you could put on, click on for an officer tab and say, oh, Bandage Poisoner asked me to get him 20 mutter salts and a bottle of arsenic or whatever. Like just at least something to remind you where you're at. You can go back and cross your notes out, delete them, or whatnot. I don't think I have anything on board required. I think I can do this, but I don't think I have any. You need a new recruit. Oh no, I thought I lost that guy, but I didn't. That's right. All right, let us. Strange. I must still have recent news, and I just haven't gotten rid of it yet. My terror is a little higher than I. Suppose I could do get a restful night. Alright, restful nights we got. Okay. Let's drop our port report. Since we got nobody interested in chatting with me tonight, we'll go ahead and probably end it here. Plenty of room for fuel here. But we don't want to fill up too much on fuel, because then we're just going to end up dropping it. Oh, I don't think I have anything else he wants. No vital intelligence. I do have moves in the Great Game. Not going to turn them over. And this doesn't seem like that was worth it. Okay. Wow, 30 echo. That also doesn't seem like it's worth it. Not a whole lot worth it in Fallen London these days, apparently. Not a whole lot of money to be made. Okay. Alright, well, if you've been with me so far, thanks for joining me on a short little playthrough. I just wanted to get something up since we decided we weren't going to do D&D tonight. Oh, we are all very excited for what comes next with D&D. We're sort of at the denouement. If you haven't watched our last week playthrough, we are playing through AAW's game, The Rise of the Drow. We are pretty much toward the end of the content for that, but we have a lot of peripheral stuff we still want to do inside that world. And then I think some homebrew stuff after that as well. But we have, spoilers alert if you haven't, if you plan on playing through this module, we have entered into, Holoth, the city of the Drow. A fairly painless entry. Took down the head of one of the houses and stormed the tower. We have taken out, I think, all of the Golian family except for Makinga and her brother, who we sort of sent to Makinga and said, hey, you know, you can have him if you want. That's your call if he lives or dies. And we just slayed the mother at the top of the tower. Both Wraith spirits and the Lich spirit have entered into the crystal to begin its destruction. But we do have one of the giant crystal monsters from the crystalline people coming after us and trying to stop the ritual. So that will be next Monday. We will be concluding that battle. Very excited about that. Oh, hello, Hector Roth. Nice to see you. We're actually just closing up stream here. Just getting back into some Sunless Sea after a very long while. But yeah, so next week, next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll return to our D&D game and finish up the big boss battle. We definitely have big boss battles left to go, but this is the sort of peak of the campaign here. So join us for D&D on Monday, and keep an eye on the channel. I know that Jesse's thinking about playing some Grim Dawn, probably tomorrow, if his wife will let him. And I'm trying to convince Brad to get on here with his modified Skyrim game. He is, I think he has like 80 mods on it, which he thinks is a lot. As somebody who's been modding Skyrim for years, I laugh at him. But most of my mods are not appropriate for Twitch and would probably get our channel banned. But yeah, if there are any games that you'd like us to see any of us play, I like side scrollers and sort of like narrative games like Sunless Sea. I've also been playing some Sundered Elder Tradition as well. I kind of got a little bit sidetracked and I've been playing a lot of that off stream, so I'm probably going to start a new game the next time we start. And rather than using the Elder Shards to corrupt my powers, I'm going to destroy them and see where that leads. So join us in. Thanks for joining us. And we do have a YouTube channel and a Discord, so if you like to hang out and chat about games or listen to our D&D, then join us there. Have a good night, everyone.